Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, we'd like to discuss Cardano, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming hours and days. But before doing so, I'd highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter at ThoroughCrypto. So that would be absolutely amazing. And as well, do not forget to smash up those thumbs up down below. Let's get started on Cardano. And what I think is absolutely important is to say once more that we are, well, still inside of this falling wedge pattern on the daily time frame. 3 touch points underneath the descending resistance, and as well multiple touch points on top of this descending support. So that is for sure important to me. And what you have to take into consideration is that if we do see momentum towards the upside taking place, a breakout occur above this descending resistance, and afterwards further continuation towards the upside, it is high likely that we might perhaps head towards the $2.96. A major increase in price action on Cardano, and that would mean that we are actually going to see a 158% move getting started. So for sure, once we do see a breakout occur above this descending resistance, it will be a confirmed trend reversal, and therefore we can expect a major move getting started. Well, this being said, let's head towards the 4-hourly time frame. On the 4-hourly time frame, I would like to discuss the immediate short term, and I would like to actually get started by looking at the EMA ribbon and at levels of support underneath us, starting with levels of support. So for sure, a level of support underneath us is the $1.01. So that is the thin yellow line where we clearly were able to find support on top. So this is for sure an immediate short-term support zone. And that is something that I think is actually quite important, because if we do right now see a minor decline, it is highly likely that we are going to see a stronghold of support on top of this $1.01 range. Otherwise, if we do see a further decline towards the downside, it is absolutely important for you to take into consideration that the white line, the descending support, is as well a level of support, and this level of support is aligning itself together with the 100% Fibonacci at approximately $90. So therefore, if we do right now see a decline underneath the horizontal level of support in the immediate short term, so a decline underneath, it is highly likely that we are going to hold strong on top of these ranges, and we will still be inside of the falling wedge pattern on the daily time frame. So still looking absolutely marvelous to me. Also, if we enable the EMA ribbon, what we can clearly see on the 4-hourly time frame is that the EMA ribbon is right now in the immediate short term serving as a level of resistance. So therefore, right now, if we do see a breakout occur outside of this pattern that I will be discussing in a couple of seconds, it is highly likely that we might see a move getting created above the EMA ribbon and further continuation towards the upside getting started. If this does occur, I am personally quite amazed, because we will be actually seeing a level of support underneath us once we actually head towards the descending resistance, and therefore it could perhaps be possible that we are going to break out above it. So that is absolutely something I'm looking forward to, and I would like to see if we are going to be able to break out above the EMA ribbon, or instead get rejected and head straight back down towards the $1.01 range. Well, this being said, I would like to say as well that the 78.6% at $1.37 is a level that we have to take into consideration as well as a level of resistance. So if we are going to see a further increase right now during the upcoming hours and days, we have to take into consideration that we not only have to break out above the descending resistance, but we have to break out as well above the 78.6% Fibonacci at $1.37. So therefore, there are 2 difficult levels above us that we have to break out above. Otherwise, if we do head in this direction and get rejected, we could head straight back down towards the $90 once again, finding support on top of this descending resistance and the 100% Fibonacci range at $90. Let's get started by looking at the MACD on both the 1-hourly and 4-hourly time frame. If we take a look at the 4-hourly time frame MACD, what I think is actually looking, well, not very promising to me is that we did already experience major momentum towards the upside, but we did not see a major increase in Cardano's price action. So therefore, if we do right now actually see a breakout occur, what I would like to see is a major continuation of this momentum towards the upside. But due to the fact that we already experienced momentum towards the upside, it is a possibility that we are going to see right now a rejection underneath the EMA ribbon and head straight back down towards the $90 and as well the descending support that I've discussed previously. So for sure, you have to monitor this very closely, because we could see one more momentum wave of momentum towards the downside taking place within the upcoming hours if we do not manage to hold strong on top of the $1.01 range, the yellow line that you're seeing right beneath us. On the 1 hourly time frame, we are actually seeing something different taking place, especially on the EMA ribbon. We are clearly seeing that we did already break out above it multiple times already, and right now we are trying once more to break out above the EMA ribbon on the 1 hourly time frame, meaning that if we do see a breakout occur outside of the symmetrical triangle, it is possible that we are going to see further momentum towards the upside. So that is for sure something that I think looks pretty good. And if we take a quick look at the MACD, what I think is actually looking, well, not absolutely marvelous, but it's still looking good, is that we could right now see another momentum wave coming up and further increase in this momentum towards the upside. So yeah, if we do right now see a breakout outside of this pattern, it is possible that we are going to see a further increase in this momentum wave and continue with the increase in price action as well. So that is for sure very important. And even more important is that if we do see a breakout, the EMA ribbon will become a level of support instead of a level of resistance. So that is absolutely something I'm looking forward to, because this could help us break out above the 4 hourly EMA ribbon as well and head once more towards a retest of the descending resistance above us. Also, during this video, I would like to discuss, well, how this minor pattern might perhaps break itself out. What we would like to see, well, we have seen multiple touch points underneath this descending resistance, so therefore this is a confirmed descending resistance, and we have as well seen multiple touch points on top of this ascending support. So this is a confirmed symmetrical triangle on the 1 hourly time frame, and if we do see a breakout outside of this pattern, it will be a potential move of approximately 14% towards the upside. And if we head straight back towards the 4 hourly time frame, you can clearly see that the breakout outside of the symmetrical triangle on the 1 hourly time frame means that we could perhaps break out above the EMA ribbon, and as well clearly creating a level of support underneath us instead of resistance above us, as we are seeing right now. But also, we have to take into consideration that we might perhaps get rejected by the 4 hourly EMA ribbon, and we might see a breakdown occur outside of this pattern. And if this does occur, we could see a 14% move towards the downside getting started, heading towards the $90 range. And for sure, as I've said previously, I personally think that the white line underneath us, this descending support, will be serving as a major level of support. So therefore, if we do right now see a breakdown, I personally think that it is highly likely that we are still going to stay inside of this falling wedge pattern on the daily time frame and being able to find support on top of this descending support, eventually as well finding support on top of the $90 at 100 Fibonacci. So lastly, during this video, I would like to discuss actually the RSI on both the 1 hourly and 4 hourly time frame. If we look at the RSI on the 1 hourly time frame, well, it does look absolutely normal. We are not seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences, so this is actually looking very well to me. If we do right now see a potential breakout occur, we still have as well plenty of space on the RSI to see further continuation towards the upside. So absolutely the RSI on the 1 hourly time frame is looking marvelous, but you have to take as well into consideration that if we do see a breakdown, we do as well have plenty of space towards the downside on the RSI to see further decline taking place. So for sure, this is something you would like to monitor very closely. On the 4 hourly time frame, we are not seeing any type of bullish divergence, but something that does concern me is that in the immediate short term, we are actually seeing a bearish divergence taking place. We are seeing this lower high on the chart, but we are seeing an unfortunate minor higher high on the RSI taking place, meaning that we are experiencing a bearish divergence on the 4 hourly time frame, and therefore we could perhaps see, instead of a breakout outside of this pattern, a possible move instead towards the downside, heading towards the touch point on top of our descending support. So this is everything I wanted to discuss during this Cardano update. Do not forget that we are seeing this pattern in the immediate short term on the 1 hourly time frame, so therefore you have to monitor Cardano's price action very closely. And as well, do not forget to smash up those thumbs ups down below. It will be highly appreciated, and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So thank you very much and have a nice day.